FCTA battles scavengers, beggars, one chance syndicate orders. Peter Obi denies meeting Abacha, releases appointment letter from junta. 3-day torrential rains devastate parts of River State. Senate moves to criminalize vandalism of electricity infrastructure. FG targets food sufficiency through PPP, Information Minister. Security operatives repel bandit attacks, neutralize 30 in Faskari, Katsina. And security, Makinde tackles banditry with aircraft. That's on the Vanguard this morning. But let's take a look at the Nation newspaper. Opposition's early 2027 moves won't distract Tinubu, says Idris. All right. EFCC seeks law to criminalize unexplained wealth. Evasion experts knock splash of cash by states on unviable airports. Okay, all right. Federal government opens talks with U.S. over visa restriction. Tinubu's reforms building on Buhari's legacy. And this one says, investing in education, smartest economic strategy, says Alausa. That's Minister for Education. Demand for special seats for women meant to strengthen democracy. That's that on the Nation newspaper this morning. But let's take a quick look at the Business Day. Top news, Dangote Edun Aswani lead dialogue at Business Day CEO Forum. Okay, all right. Why Naira Post surprise gains despite falling reserves, and digital lenders jump 40% as IMF flags default risk. And let's come here to Daily Trust and FIRS reforms on track. That's from IMF. FG begins phase 7 mass trials of terrorists. And Plateau crisis. Reps panel invites Mufwang Lalong to security conference. Remi Tinubu Buni orders to receive honorary degrees from Yobe Varsity. All right, that's that, I guess. And maybe we should take a quick look. Do I still have time? Yeah, I do. Let's extend the news review to that of Channels TV. And on Channels TV, saying Tinubu didn't make Buhari president in 2015, says Boss Mustafa. I'm still in PDP, have no intention of going anywhere, Governor Lawal. And Senate launches investigation into Ponzi schemes. LG polls, police announce restriction of movement in Lagos. All right, let's go to the phone line right about now. 37 minutes going past the hour. I am Kanada Kurubata. If you're just joining us, this is the news review on the Morning Crossfire at 92.3 Nigeria Info. To call 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003. 0817-923-0007. You can reach via WhatsApp as well, 0809-0306416. We're live on Facebook, Nigeria Info PH. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info PH. We are active and interactive on X as well, Nigeria Info PH. So go there, drop your comments. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on any of the news headlines that picked or has piqued your interest this morning. Wayanwu Obioma Noble on Facebook says, ADC said they will take over River State. I laugh in HA language. The only party that can take over River State when General Wike is still alive is God's own party, and God has not spoken yet. Wike lead, we follow. And that's from Wayanwu Obioma Noble. Thank God Ability Adegwu says, they never break the Dom de Fia coalition movement. Lorenzo Delight from HA says our government shouldn't be worried about tight visa restrictions by the US and other nations. They should work hard to build our nation. If our economy is in order, why would someone travel for greener pastures? Lorenzo, thank you very much. Cyprian Njoku says is watching from Odufo, and he says, I maintain that ADC will not stand the test of time as the party is made up with those who are desperate for power. APC will defeat them. Let's go to the phone lines. I do believe I've got a couple of people. Yes, I do. I've got JJ, Susie, and Chima, starting with JJ. JJ, good morning to you. Welcome.
Yeah, Canada, good morning.
All right, JJ, quickly, straight to the point. Your 60 seconds starts now.
Canada has not given us visa ban too. But LG saying they are surprised.
All right.
I think I'm surprised at LG too, because what a big country will do is to also reciprocate by also banning them from coming to
But
our
the U.S.
country.
But correction there, correction, JJ. The U.S. is the one reciprocating. According to them, it's it's in reaction to our immigration policies when it comes to the United States.
No, now let's do it for that now. If you know Iran and all those ones, they do their own. So make we to try our own.
All right.
The stakeholders reacting to the absence of Rivers rep at the constitutional review as big as that event, it shows you the damage that the state of emergency has done to Rivers State, and I totally agree with Solomon Leno. And conclusively, before I go, it is very unfair to ask people to move to somewhere when you perceive flood. It's not reasonable, for goodness sake. We've seen countries that use helicopter, that use so many means to rescue their people. This one to where? Where do you expect them to go? How do you expect them to move?
All right, JJ.
It's not even making any sense at all. Please.
All right. People. All right, JJ, your time is up. Susie from Irema, good morning. 60 seconds, please. Go straight to the point.
Yeah, straight to the point. I don't understand what Solomon Leno is talking about.
Oh, don't you understand?
About how the democratic whatever has been obstructed in Rivers State. We all agree, both scholars from the part of the same and those who are from the part of the wicked. We agree that a time that consequences are found with actions and inactions when during this conflict for these political issues. Now, the reflection of the causes or the effect of what we did those days and those times, where people like Solomon Leno declared the House of Assembly persona non grata and said they are gone. Even that he was going to call back his House of Representatives in his Ogoni side and whatever Ghana. Today now, state of emergency has come to Rivers State. This is the effect. And I don't understand what Solomon Leno and co. and stakeholders are complaining. That it is our own responsibility to have solved this problem before state of emergency was declared in Rivers State. Today, people like him are coming to complain. I can't take him serious.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I've got Chima from Rumukuta. Good morning. Welcome on the show.
Good morning, Mr. Canada.
Yeah, quickly. Your 60 seconds starts now.
It's starting me that most of us are still left in the bus stop while the wagon is far gone. Talking about those that are still challenging the right of assembly or whatever about our emergency rule in Rivers State. Even at this point in time, what we are hearing, nobody they've not even think of going to withdraw that issue. Matters has been settled. Trying to say they can put us into a kind of situation where we begin to argue and trying to look for distinction. Now, I want to advise the federal government not to get flinched about this assembly of power merchants that call themselves coalition. Because the issue is that when you come from different ethnic groups, different environments, different religions, and whatever, to come and invite yourself in where you believe you want to come and do the same thing you have done to Nigerians again. We have been thinking of how to retire these old politicians, and they are still grouping themselves somewhere in the name of coalition. That's why I call them a gang of mischief, my brother.
All right,
because they have been saddled with the power to handle the economy of Nigeria in one way or the other. What did they do out of it?
All right, they didn't do anything in your opinion, but Chim, I've got to let you go at this point. I've got Elder Joel Adolfo's message, and he's texting from Degema. He says, good morning, presenter. That call to delay the Plan 1999 Constitution review is a necessary call. Where are the political representatives of Rivers State in the National Assembly? This is part of the negative impact of the Bagain emergency rule in Rivers State. Our political leaders should stop fighting Rivers State through the state of emergency for personal interest, for there is a consequence for all activities done by man. Elder Adolphus, thank you very much for that message. But let's try reading another one before I go to Abua, where Abinoye is calling from. And of course, there is also Kenneth from Owerri. And this one says, good morning. Don't underrate President Tinubu. We are not going to underrate Tinubu because he can do and undo. But this time, we are promising him that it is not going to be business as usual. We are ready for him by making sure that this hardship and sufferings will be put to a stop. Comrade Okiri Henry from Oyigo. And let's hear Abinoye now. Abinoye, good morning to you. Welcome. Your 60 second stats now.
Good morning, Canada.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome.
Yes, the Flood Advisory Committee advising people to relocate. That statement is very disturbing. Do they know what it means to relocate? I think what we need is pragmatic step. There is no framework to it. Things that will mitigate this flood effect. I think that one of the things we need to do is to invoke environmental laws. Because of these drainages, For instance, in my area now, there's a road that is just constructed, at Ayama here. You find that those drainages are blocking. In the marketplace, there is a garbage glut now. And I think that what we need to do is to enforce these laws.
All right.
Those of them in the market should ensure that there should be agents to check, those of them who are dumping refuse indiscriminately. They should designate a place for refuse dump. Anybody who goes contrary to it will be liable.
All right.
Because when rain falls, those pieces of whatever debris is even drained to those drainages. And before you know, that marketplace, that edifice is defacing.
All right. Abinu, thank you very much. We should implement environmental laws, you say. But let's come now to Kenneth, who's calling from Owerri. Kenneth, good morning to you. Welcome on the show.
Good morning. This is Caleb, not Kenneth.
Oh, sorry. I was told your name is Kenneth. But sorry, Caleb, welcome on the show. It's good to have you. Yeah.
Thank you. I want to talk about the US, UK, and other countries, Dubai, and what's called UAE, policies. Okay, so see, our leaders, you see how people are trooping in, people are moving, they're just buying input for because of greener pastures. And these countries have seen that Nigerians are moving out because of the bad economy, bad government. So please, it's very important that our leaders, they should wake up. As far as I'm concerned, they are intentionally wicked. And I want to let them know that at the end of time, they pay for it.
All right.
We have everything in Nigeria, but they refuse to make it work.
All right.
It's very unfortunate.
All right. Thank you, Kenneth.
In terms of the flood ravaging, and they're getting people to evacuate to where? We have federal housing authorities, we have federal mortgaging. Why can't they do it? It's very unfortunate that I'm from Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you. He says it's unfortunate and we have intentionally wicked leaders. Well, let's not read some more messages on Facebook before I go to Ida calling from Inkoro. Clever Sonny says, it is very sad to know that development is going on in all the states in Nigeria while the SED Minister Wike is holding River State back just because he's fighting for structure. And he says, shame. But how do you know the minister is to blame for whatever hindrance or impediment River State is facing? Anyways, that's on Facebook. Aliru Speak also on Facebook says, good morning, Kalada. I don't think anything different will come out of the ruling to be given by the court on Rivers Emergency Rule, coalition or no coalition. Truly, this country needs total overhauling. All right, thank you very much. And I've got Skillful Perot on Facebook. It will be difficult for ADC to take over Pine River State unless the people will stand up and defend their vote, but I doubt. All right, Skillful Perot, thank you. But let's listen to Ida and what Ida has got to say this morning. Ida, good morning to you. Welcome.
Yeah, Kalada, let me give it to my language.
Welcome. Good morning.
The review of 1999 Constitution, no elected officials from River State was there. Kalada is very bad, painful. I'm pleading with Bola Tinubu, we the good people of corruption, local government, are pleading with Bola Tinubu to uplift the suspension of our government and the assembly members. Please, they are begging. So that River State can move forward. River State, investors have gone up on River State. Nothing is happening in River State. They are pleading, please. Bring back our authentic governor so that they will take River State to the promised land. Thank you very much. God bless my lovely.
All right, thank you, Ida. Thank you, Ida, very much for your thought. But let's go back to Facebook now, where we have a lot of comments. And Ogo June Justice says Rivers Assembly members absent at the review of 1999 Constitution. Those who are celebrating state of emergency, how market it will reach everybody, he says. Ma Olebara, Dr. Mrs. says, and of course texting from Owerri, the suffering in the land has become ghastly and majority of Nigerians are in excruciating pains and dying slowly but surely. Many can no longer provide a square meal, and for how long shall this agony last? Our leaders are living flamboyantly, not feeling the pain of the masses, and have refused to cut down high cost of governance. Where do we go from here, she asks. All right, Comrade Clinton Erekere says, good morning, Kalada. Currently watching from Impogu, Port Harcourt. The coalition of angry and displaced politicians will run riot before 2027 based on personal interest. And Marshall Woko, it is obvious that ADC will take over River State come 2027. And he says, good morning to you as well. Marshall Woko, it is obvious that ADC will take over River State come 2027. And he says, good morning. Have I read that? I think I have. But let's look at Odinakachi Wike. It is very shameful that River State had no representative at the National Assembly Conference in Akwa Ibom. So that. I don't get your message is incomplete. But Jaffa Dibekwe says selfish political interest has brought Rivers State backward. Imagine Enugu State Eye Line now operating internationally after a few days of unveiling. But development in the state remains stagnant as a result of state of emergency. Well, nothing lasts forever. All right, thank you. Now to WhatsApp. Rivers State is the great loser of the constitutional review, yet human beings are supporting emergency rule. A country and a state without rule of law. The world is watching. Ezekiel Isaiah sent that one in earlier. But let's not listen to the message from Justice Ori, who texted from Omudioga. Let's not wait for the federal government. The state government should do something fast to save us from the impact of flood. Justice Ori with that one. And those who are saying ADC won't last up to 6 months and other blah, blah, blah should rest, because ADC is yet to wrestle power from the terrible government of the President Tinubu come 2027. Chidi in Port Harcourt with that one. And this one says, Canada, good morning. I think, Honorable Ida, you had your time, you've spoken, so I'm going to skip your message. But Ayanugu King from Amakwik Bodeche says, good morning. Rivers State political leader or leaders are not represented in the South Constitutional Review in Akwa Ibom. Rivers State is going down gradually as a result of the state of emergency. This so sad, and those who kept us in these conditions should not be allowed to come close to power anymore. All right, let's see if I can squeeze in one more call and then more messages, and we go in for a commercial. But I want to take Clinton West says, Mr. K. Batubo, Rivers State absence at the Constitutional Review in Akwa Ibom State. This is not okay for Rivers indigents. We play politics in everything in Rivers State. Quite unfortunate that Rivers State was not represented in such an important Constitutional Review. National Assembly members were also absent. This is not palatable to hear. I want to take Clinton West with that one. And the decision of the Senate to investigate Ponzi in Nigeria is highly commendable. The rates at which these Ponzis are defrauding innocent Nigerians is fast becoming alarming. Christian Williams from Igboeche. But we'll squeeze in one more call and wrap things up. 92.3, oh my, missed that one. 92.3, Nigeria Info, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Canada.
All right, you have 60 seconds to quickly.
I remain the very distinguished Temple Okiri.
All right, then.
Stakeholders talking and lamenting at the same time that they are surprised. For me, I'm not surprised. A situation of a fatherless child can never be represented in the gathering of parents. So that is the atmosphere we permit, determine the product we produce. So Rivers people, we are just a situation of a fatherless, children. So we don't have a stake in those areas. And at the same time, when people say don't underrate President Tinubu, don't underrate. President Tinubu is just President Tinubu with one vote. If the INEC, if the professors who are marked as our returning officers can do the needful, I think our votes can count. Thank you.
All right, our votes can count, he says. Thank you very much, Temple Okere, the distinguished, you say. Let's read some more messages. This one, oh my goodness, so many messages pouring in. Gift Interim on WhatsApp says, even if there is reconciliation among the political gladiators in the state, it is pertinent for the court to make pronouncements on the legality or otherwise of suspension of elected governor and assembly members. And I think I agree. We need to know what is the point of law on this very discourse. But let's come here. This one says, the emergency rule in the state is seriously demarketing the state. Fidelis Elemua from Chokocho Eche. And this one says, good morning, Canada. APC and their supporters are terribly frightened of ADC. Fixating on the coalition and talking down on them is just a ploy to mask their fears, I think he meant to say. APC itself was a coalition comprising aggrieved PDP members, Tinubu's AD, Buhari's CPC, some members of APGA like Rocha Sokorocha and his followers, and other smaller political parties. The only thing that will derail the coalition is failing to give their ticket to the only credible candidate, Peter Obi. Article will... I don't think I want to read that part. Michael from Port Harcourt, thank you very much. But let's now read one last message from the Facebook portal. Let's see what message that will be. Victor Emmanuel says, good morning, Canada. It's a big shame to hear that Rivers State was not represented. Those who caused this absence are happy now. Now the government has sent warnings to the people of Awuda West. What measures have the government put in place to manage the flood? The people of Arashi have suffered this flooding so much, I should say. Urge the government to put all measurement to provide all necessities and the needs for the people of Arashi and Awuda West precisely. A commercial.
Nigeria Info. Right back after this.